Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday right here on Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, as always, we got Kathleen and Shad Biffle. Rich Cooley's here, and we even got Scott Swiftwater Tony's here tonight. What's going on, you guys?
Hey.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Busy.
What's been happening?
Well, just, with work, things have, gotten really, really busy. But we're trying to get some things planned for a couple trips we're going to be taking before year ends.
Right.
So we're staying home and doing the things that we need to do, that kind of thing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Winter. Moving mom and...
Oh, yeah, you've been doing that, too?
Well, I got to fix up the place first, and then I got to move her. We're just really busy.
It sounds like it. Well, yeah, you got winters.
But we missed you guys.
Winter's right around the corner, Kathleen. It's like, geez, right? So you got to get those last trips in while you can.
Yep.
Because you ain't going to have much longer.
Before you got to winterize the camper again and all that jazz. It's like, holy cow. It's here.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner again. It's like, didn't it seem like you just unwinterized it?
It does, doesn't it?
I mean,
we didn't get to use it as much this year.
I was going to ask, how many times did you even get to take it out this year?
Well, the beginning of the summer we took it out in spring.
Probably about 8 or 9 times.
About 8 or 9?
Yeah, I think so.
That much?
That
oh,
much?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think you did that much.
Compared to what we usually do, it's not a lot, but it's still nice we're going to take it out for another road trip.
Right.
Like an extended weekend kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Down south next month.
Okay.
And then we're not taking it after that. We're going to winterize it after that, but we're going to fly out to Arizona in November.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Gonna go see Swiftwater?
No.
Maybe, if he's around.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Are you going to be around in November?
I'll be in desert.
All right.
All right.
Like Kansas
Be there.
City.
I
No
heard it.
barbecue this November. Bummer.
I heard it right there. He said he's going to be in the desert this November.
Oh, I'll be there
So-
last October.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So hopefully Shad and Kathleen get to see you.
Be there a week.
See? A week,
A
Scott.
week. So.
Are you going on a prospecting trip or just going on a...
Well, there's an event we want to go out there.
Mm-hmm.
The nugget shooter. What is it?
Something like that, yeah. I can't remember offhand. It's a big to-do out there, the metal detecting event that Nugget Brain usually comes on and talks about.
Yeah. I know the one I think you're talking about.
Yeah. So we're going to go see what that's all about.
That could be fun.
And do some wandering.
Uh-huh. See? Now, Scott, why ain't you doing this nugget shooting event?
Some of those, like I said, you guys, during those events when they're going on, that's like right in the middle of my gold season. So for us to take a day off, that's just like sacrilege. You can't, you only got 6 months to dig. So
come on, it's a day.
No, I mean, it
6
really.
months. That's all.
I know, but you know what's funny is because a day, and then you'll say that again another day, and then another day, and then you got rain a couple times, and then this and that, and then after a while, me and Ben, we missed a month one year, and I'm like, dude, we've missed a whole month just because of stuff, crap, Christmas, Thanksgiving, rain day. I was dude, that's a month. That's an ounce.
Well, yeah, but still, you
haven't been out a whole month anyway, have you?
Well, no, it's been rather hot.
I don't hear no daggone excuses.
There they come.
It's going to be out in the desert. It's going to be hot too.
That's right.
Well, like I said, this time of year is for you guys more than it is us over here in the West because of the heat.
No,
when the snow starts to fly over there, that's when it's our time over here. But we get it for 6 months over here, and you guys, pretty much it's like 3 to 4 months good weather.
I thought you had your little shade tent thing that you set up so you could work in the 100 and some degree temperature.
That doesn't help you in over 100-degree weather.
Oh, jeez.
Get a fan or something.
Get a spritzer. Yeah, something.
Oh, I mean, if it was, I mean, me, I'll put up that canopy. If it's anywhere around but 93 and below, I'm pretty good. But you get up there, you get up there and no wind or anything like that with the sun beating down, even if you're getting in the shade.
But it's a dry heat.
Right.
Yeah, it's a dry heat, but it's heat.
It's like an oven.
Yeah, it's an oven heat. That's exactly right.
Oven.
But you're getting gold, so,
Yeah.
it's worth it, right?
Well, that's what all them people thought about when they went looking for the superstition too, right? And they died.
It's all fun and games till you die.
That's right.
Exactly right.
Until they find you dried up on the side of a riverbed. Yep, it's all good. But you could still go out for a couple hours, so I would think. See, so you should do this nugget shooting event.
Well, see, there's also another reason why you don't go out right now too, is because like when you go, like if you want to go, if you're going to go, you're going to go at night. But everything that hunts goes out at night.
Right.
All the snakes, all the cats, everything goes out at night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you live in a desert.
Well, you should at least put this on your calendar to make a special trip, because how often do we get to go out?
That's the thing. 1 week, they're going to be in
It's only
Arizona.
a weekend.
I
And
mean,
you go back to your stuff.
yeah, it's not like they come every month.
Around that area.
I mean, we could see he's got to be having it around what, Prescott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I can't remember.
Where at?
Can't
It's
remember.
north.
It's in Can't Remember, Arizona.
I can't remember. Oh, I forget.
I forget Arizona. That's where it's at.
I'll look it up.
There is a place called Nowhere, Arizona.
We'll see. Maybe that's it. You got it confused with I forgot Arizona. So
It's Nowhere, all right.
yeah, see. So yeah, it's like 1 day. Go and hang out with Shed and Kathleen. Check out the event and have some fun with them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got a metal detector, so we'll figure it out, folks.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Even if you just go hang out, you don't even have to metal detect if it's too hot. You could just hang out with Shed and Kathleen.
Well, if it's in November, it's not going to be too hot.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be about, losing that day of digging gold.
Okay.
Because you remember, I got the backer and everything, and she'll be with me, so she'll want to have to go too.
That's right. Well, that's okay. Have you been taking her catfishing?
Do what?
Haven't you been going catfishing?
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. When was the last time you went?
Last night.
And how'd you do?
Catch one.
Well, believe it or not, she's been doing actually pretty good. She caught a pretty good size one the other day, probably about the size of my arm.
Uh-huh.
We didn't ask about her. We asked about you.
What?
We asked about you, not her. So
No, I'm not. I'm doing just my, I'm just catching little
you
pond
catch nothing,
catfish.
Got it. Nothing.
No, yeah, because we ain't been going out to the river that much. We found a spot that we really liked, but I guess the county and the sheriffs and everything didn't want us to go back there anymore, so they piled dirt up along the road where you can't go in there no more. So now it's off limits.
Ah,
So, yeah, I know. It's just I hate stupid things.
ridiculous.
People.
It's just catfishing, right?
Oh, pile of dirt. Oh,
So you can't climb over the pile of dirt and walk back in there? Or is it too far?
Well, you can, but then there's no parking on the road, so you're doomed.
Oh, okay. So there's no parking. They blocked off any way that you can park.
No.
It's the desert.
And then, well, there is actually an outing I got to go to. Well, I'm supposed to go to. I don't know for sure if I am yet.
Uh-huh.
But Chris Ackerman and a few other people, they put together this little outing, just friends getting together, no clubs or anything like that affiliated with it. But it's up in Prescott, near the Lynx Creek area on Banny Mine Road. All you got to do is follow that all the way back to the back. When you get to the bottom, Lynx Creek, you'll find them. But hey, as far as I know, there's anybody can go out there, anybody can go and have fun. So look for them out there, and look for me because, like I said, I'm thinking pretty hard about going. I got the bug a little bit, and it should be cool. Prescott's a little bit cooler than what it is down here, but just to get up there and see the people, because they've had this little outing going on for a couple of years now, quite a few years actually. I think 3 or 4. And it just keeps getting better all the time. And then, like I said, the people are really fun and funny to be around and stuff. And then during the day, everybody goes out and try to find their own gold, whether you're panning or doing odd stuff here and there, crevicing or whatever. So
Right.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I'll see. That'll be nice.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Cool, man.
Get out there and do it. That'll be fun for you, Scott. Awesome.
Yeah, and that place is known for pickers too. So
Well, there you go.
Heck yeah.
Get you some of that.
Get some pickers.
pickers.
Heck yeah. I mean, come on. You're
I think the last camp that I was up there was not, because I think they do it like 2 times a year.
Uh-huh.
I think, but I think not the last time, but the time before that, there was another Chris up there, and he was actually doing some stuff right there by where we were camping. I think he pulled up like 3 good pickers that day, and a lot of good, flakes, substantial flakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's pretty cool, because I wasn't, I was, half burned out from gold digging anyway, so.
Gotcha.
I wasn't doing much gold digging. I was just more or less watching everybody and seeing what they were doing.
Right.
But yeah, and all in all, it was a good time. They had I think a potluck on Saturday night. Throw in, everybody gets to do their own thing, and then they have potluck. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool time. It's
See?
pretty cool.
That'll be fun for you.
That's awesome, man.
Heck yeah. Go and enjoy it. Do it. Do it, Scott.
I'd like to video it too, but man, the editing.
Oh, my God. You don't...
Shad knows about that.
It's part of video, and if you're going to video, you got to edit.
I know you need the time, and I haven't had any time, and
It's
one's
been bad.
almost done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, working in a new job and working longer hours and stuff, and
Sure.
Don't that kill you? Because you got something special that you think you want it to look like in your mind, and then you wait for a month, and then you go back, and you're like, "What's this footage from?" And you got to go look at it, and then you got to figure out how you're going to put it together.
Man, I name everything a certain way.
Well, that's why he has me to help him.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't they make a editing software that's like lightning fast, Shad?
What do you mean, lightning?
I don't
fast?
know, because everybody complains that editing's so slow and tedious.
If you want to tell a good story, have a good pace, and your video.
Mhm.
Yeah, editing takes a while. It's methodical. You got to see what looks right, the story
Right.
you want to tell, how you want to show it.
Not to mention going through all your footage.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Now, some people, they're able to record, a video and, kind of just cut it together. So there is no editing. It's more just putting your little scenes together.
Right.
That can be pretty good, but, it depends what you're going for.
Okay. I mean, what editing software do you recommend to people?
Well, like I said, it depends what you want to do.
Uh-huh.
Much.
And how advanced you are.
Exactly. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, right?
Right.
Part of it, I have the subscription package for all their stuff, but it's for my daughter, who's in art school, needs it.
Sure.
And you get a student rate. So I've learned it, and I've learned how to do a lot of advanced stuff on it. But if you're not really into that much stuff or want to get really fancy, there's no sense of trying to use it. There's a lot of other free alternatives or
Really?
cheap alternatives.
You know what, Chad? I use Windows Movie Maker,
The
and
Movie Maker is a great free tool. Yeah.
Oh, see?
it's easy, and if you really dig into it, you can do a lot of different stuff with your videos. But you got to dig into it to find out. If you're just trying to do a quick video and put it up on YouTube real quick, then yeah, it's just like you said. You just do your parts, cut it together, and then ship it.
It's all for us anyway. We're going for quality rather than quantity.
Well,
Right.
we want to kind of do some cool little things, and I don't know. It's like now that I've learned all the a lot of little tips and tricks and different things, and I've built some things in it. Now I got a lot more time invested, so I'd hate to give it up.
Right.
It does suck paying the prescription.
Yeah, because
the subscription fee.
subscription.
It's like when Cheyenne's using all these other programs, the cost is astronomical.
Oh,
so.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's got to be crazy. It's got to be.
It's fun, though, to go through the footage and piece stuff together
Sure.
and
But
tell
now,
a story.
when you're doing it, does it show you, like, little clips of each scene? Is that like what it does? Like breaks it down like a film?
Well,
what
you have a timeline, right?
Right.
So, but as far as the clips, I mean, you put your clips in there and you can see the different files.
Okay.
So you know the length of each clip and how it's moving in preview.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean,
if you want to get a lot of tips, man, I ain't giving that up for free.
it sounds great.
Yeah, see, like when I do mine, when I set out to do a video, like say if I'm talking about levels in the dirt, like where the rocks are, I've got that video pretty much in my head of what I would want to see if I was actually watching a TV show.
Right.
So if you picture your segments with 30-minute sections in there or something like that, pictures, which that would be a commercial during that video. You could put pictures, and or like Shad does, he does the drone footage too. He could put that in there as the commercial. You could stretch a video out to a half an hour and still get those basic informational scenes in there with you talking about what you're doing. But then when you put everything together, it actually comes out to about a half an hour video that was pretty cool set up.
Sure. But now it seems like everything's 5-10 minute videos now. Even 10 minutes seems like it's too long anymore.
10-minute is like the magic, right? Well, according to all the little nerds out there researching the logic and YouTube and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 10-minute mark is the magic number for the length. However, and I get it, and I kind of agree. Like if you look on your videos, right? Yeah, everybody's so excited. Ooh, I gotta play. Well, the person whose video it is should look up what's the average views per watch time.
Right.
So, and like for ours, we're averaging about 7.5 minutes overall.
Right.
Since we started. So that kind of tells you overall, like, okay, if I do a 10-minute video, average, people are watching at least 7.5 minutes, so cut out the intro and then maybe some of, like, the last 30 seconds. Oh, that's pretty cool. They're watching almost the whole thing.
That's cool.
But then when you start looking at your individual videos you've done and you can see what the average watch time is for that video, it can really man, I spent a lot of time, made a great video. It was, I think one of them was like over 30 minutes, right?
Right.
Loved it. Good feedback, but then you look and you see like you had only 6 minutes average watch time.
Oh my God, really?
It's like, and then you're like, okay, what did we kind of maybe show too long or something? And
right.
That's a little thing.
But how long did it take you to make that 30-minute video, though?
If you're going to put out like a ton, like say you're putting out like 4 videos every week out, so a lot of footage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you definitely probably want a shorter video because you're all about the volume and just pumping out there. And hopefully whatever you got is going to be entertaining and people will watch the whole thing.
Right.
Because YouTube is looking at average view time now, or watch time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So then plays.
That's crazy. But how long did it take you to make that 30-minute video, Shad?
Oh, quite a while, but it's taken me long. I mean, there's some places we go in some videos. Like I know from the Alaska, there's a couple that I'll get done right away.
Mm-hmm.
But other ones I'm spending a lot more time because we took some really cool footage or different perspectives. So
sure. But as somebody that does videos, when you do it, like you said, a 30-minute video, and people watch it for 6 minutes, doesn't that kind of break your heart? I mean, you've worked hours and hours.
Oh yeah, I think anybody.
You worked hours and hours.
No, it don't break my heart at all because if they watch the first of your video, now take this. You got people like me that'll rummage through videos. But then they're like, oh, this is interesting, but it's not quite what I'm looking for, but I'll remember it. So, like, on a rainy day, they'll come back to that video and they'll watch it all. So I never look at that way.
Right, but does it make you want to cut your videos down to, the 10-minute thing? Because,
nope.
Of the hours...
Not on mine. Not on mine because it's more informational.
Right, but if you spend hours making, like Shad made a 30-minute video, and you got, I don't know how long you spent on it, but... And then you go, geez, 6 minutes average watch time. it's it eats up a lot of your time. So is it more practical just to go, all right, I'll just do the 10-minute ones, get the 7.5-minute viewing time on them, and it's like win-win, and it doesn't take you near as long, does it, Shad? I don't
know. I mean, I got videos that's got several looks on it, and they've been there for like 2 years, but they've got thousands, like some like 30,000, 40,000.
Sure.
But it didn't happen in the first month. Now, if I put something out in a week, I'm happy if I've got 300 views. Right. That's pretty cool for 1 week.
If you get 3 views, it's cool. It's like somebody watched it. Awesome. I think it's the coolest thing ever. But it's I know you guys put a lot of work into them. That anybody that does the videos puts a lot of work and a lot of effort into it, and it's just like, what works best.
I
just do it for whatever you want, whatever you enjoy or like. I mean, that's.
Mm-hmm. It depends on what you're going for.
Yeah, and who cares? Right. If you be happy with what you're creating, it don't matter.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's your creation.
Are you hoping to get rich? Well, guess what? If you're not a really hot person and doing stupid stuff every day of the week, you're not going to make it, because that's all that seems to make it really big.
It does seem that way, don't it?
Yeah. But it depends what you're going for. I mean, some people are out, to document or share, or others are just to share knowledge. There's some that want to entertain.
Right.
So do whatever you want.
Right, as long as it makes you happy while you're doing it, and you love sharing it. And
if you're so proud you like going just to one spot or one thing, so be it, man.
Oh, heck yeah. Just have fun doing it, right? That's the key.
Yeah.
And,
who cares?
And, like you said, if you get 3 views or 3,000, somebody's seen it, somebody learned something from it, and that's always a good thing. It's the way I see it. So keep up the good work, all you guys. Even Scott. Scott, when was the last time you made a video?
Last time I did one was the little Elk City one, where I was sitting there. I just had it, I was like, I had an idea in my head. I wanted to walk up on that hill to look at that deer.
Yeah.
And then I got blown because I knew she was signaling something else, and I wasn't expecting to see an elk, but I was hoping to.
Right.
But that's the last one that I made, and that wasn't about gold or anything, but that was just some of the fun that I was having up there. All the videos that I wanted to make in Idaho just didn't play out. Like, I could get a couple of the people, in on it, and then the other ones, like the day I needed to have the footage, they weren't there or they already left. And it was just, it's 26 miles up and down that road to chase anybody.
Well, I know you used to make a lot of prospecting videos. I mean, when was the last one of those you made? It's been a while, right?
Probably last year or last gold season.
Last gold season, right.
Yeah. I think there's 1 or 2 that I made last season. But like I said, last season was a pretty much a heartbreak season for me. The gold count wasn't up, and I was trying to do stuff that I've already made videos on. So, and it's kind of hard for me to make the video the same thing again, unless there's something funny happen or different people's involved, so they can, put their 2 cents in on the video or something like that about what it is.
Okay.
But like this year is going to be starting out dry washing, which for some reason my dry washing videos do a lot of good. A lot of people like to watch them. So there's probably going to be some dry washing videos starting out, and hopefully we'll get some water and flip back into dry land dredging, or you'll see my 6-inch out. So.
I think a lot of people associate you with desert prospecting and dry washing and stuff like that. That's what I think. That's kind of the way I see it. So,
but I'll tell you guys, it's no joke. Dry washing's hard.
Well, maybe that's why. So,
yeah.
I don't know. But good information, guys. Thank you for sharing it with the listeners. It's cool, because I know there's a lot of listeners out there that do the YouTube videos and prospecting videos. And any little tips, I'm sure, helps everybody. That's for sure. So,
heck, I think between me, Shad, and Kathleen, and old Double D, if he was on here, if he wasn't working, probably Rich too, we could probably almost have a whole segment on doing YouTube videos and little shortcuts that you've learned and stuff that's helpful. Without giving up a bunch of information that we want to save, but like just the basics.
I ain't giving any more than I've already told, man. You want that, you got to pay.
Yeah.
tears of hours long figuring stuff out and getting mad all the time.
Get mad all the time? Is that what you said?
Suffer like I did. Watch YouTube to learn how to do YouTube. There you go.
You're right. That makes
that's
sense.
popular, man. All those people that do that, or how to do a YouTube video. Those people are the ones that are making a ton of money on there.
Yeah.
It's freaking hilarious.
Right?
How to make money on YouTube? Well, guess what? They have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That's all they talk about.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like, genius.
It is genius when you look at it. It's like...
Now, I ain't greedy. I'm just, you know what? The knowledge is out there, my friend.
It is. You're right.
Grab it and figure it out.
That's
and
right.
Either succeed or fail.
That's right.
Hey, Shed, I've had the perfect plan for years. All you do is you got to advertise on the radio. Send me $20 right now, and I'll tell you how to make a lot of money. And when they do, all you got to do is mail back an envelope, and inside you'll have on a piece of letterhead. It says, "Hey, what you need to do now is not go on the radio, but go on like TV or somewhere else and tell everybody, hey, give me $20 and you make a lot of money."
Oh, Jesus God.
I like this book. How to make your first $1 million. And it really should be, write a book on how to make your first $1 million. You know?
Yeah. That's what it should be. Oh, my God. Here you go.
The views and opinions on tonight's show are not necessarily that of Prospectors Radio, Gold Prospector Space, or the host of the show. Please enjoy.
I felt that was
priceless.
That was definitely called for. Mercy. So, Shad, you got some precious metal prices. Scott was whining, said gold plummeted.
Oh, I know it.
Well, yeah, stuff. I mean, there's some weird stuff happening in the markets, you know. I mean, just read the news. Like, I guess the Fed made 2 adjustments, you know, early, like overnight or stuff going on, which was very odd thing of them to do. I don't fully understand it or feel like communicating it now. So the article's out there. It's interesting. So I bet a lot of that stuff is impacted all the market price, all the markets really. But gold is down, at least right now, $10 at 1,491.
Are you sure? I thought it was 11.56.
Yeah, you said 11.50, Scott.
Well, you gotta think. It depends when you look at it. Like, I mean, another one I've seen where it's $11 down. I think the one I go off to on the site is based on the actual U.S. market close gold price, so not the actual live market world price.
Right. Okay.
So that could impact what maybe you saw, Scott, on another one.
Yeah, I was looking at closing.
Yeah. Now, silver is down 31 cents at $17.71.
Oh, okay.
And I saw a hysterical article the other day about gold or silver is going to hit $100 an ounce.
That would be sweet, wouldn't it?
I know. I laughed at it though.
Yeah, of course you chuckled.
I was going to say that's kind of a big jump for silver.
That's still a huge jump.
That's a massive
but
jump.
Still doing well. It was at $14 forever.
Right. I mean, it's 17 now. I mean, come on. That's really good for silver.
Respectable.
It is. Don't count it out yet.
That's right. Platinum's down $12 to $929. And then palladium is down $7 at $1,587. So once again, it's staying above gold. So we'll see if that sticks. What's the other one? Rhodium. That one stayed flat at $4,980. So it's creeped back up to right at the $5,000 mark. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
It's working on it, ain't it? Dang. Whew, crazy. But at least it didn't drop. At least gold didn't drop what Scott said it was. I was like, dang, it dropped $300 or more.
No, I said 11.56.
Yeah,
point. There's a point in there.
He forgot the debt, $11.56.
Oh, I thought you meant it went down to 11.56 from 15.
You guys got to remember, I'm not a computer guy. I'm a gold digger on a computer. You can't, be expecting their periods and points in there wherever,
A gold digger, barbecuing, catfish, and motorcycle driving fees.
That's right. Yeah.
I do a lot of things. I can't help it.
Did you put in barbecue in, Shad?
Oh yeah, heck yeah! You gotta lead with that.
Are you gonna have barbecue catfish?
Ooh,
Man, you know it's good. I know how to make it, and it's awesome.
That sounds
There
delicious.
you
I
go.
love catfish.
some barbecue on there.
I actually
You know-
had catfish the other day.
Dang.
You know this. You know the secret to it.
What?
You got to fry your catfish, barbecue the catfish, and then refry it. Not in grease, just refry it in a pan with just a little bit of pan or spray pan in it. That way the sauce don't stick. But it gets that caramelization. Man, it's the Bombay, baby.
All right.
All right.
Jack's gonna do birthdays.
Let's hear some
Woohoo!
I gotta do birthdays. All right. So it is September 18th. Wow, I almost said November. Why? All right.
Why?
We have Al Chidlow, Alan Cannon, Bill Huron, Doug Tarleton, Ed Marvin, Gina Root, Imran Khan, Joanne V, Kevin Glover, Mike DeLalo, Scott Hackus, Steve McLean, Stephen Shorty Owen, Teresa Sixberry, and Vinny. And then tomorrow I can see Bill Mortimer, Brian Gross, Brian Klein, Buell Hal Burgess, and Dean Loken. So quite a bit of birthdays
right up
today.
that.
Man.
Go Virgos.
Happy.
What?
I like that. And Ed Marvin.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday,
And
Ed.
everybody.
Cornflake.
Happy
and
birthday,
Marvin.
Ed, and everybody.
That's right.
Oh yeah, so let's take a little look. One of our little members, Ed Marvin,
Ed Marvin.
none other than In the Shed with Ed, aka I'm Ed Marvin. So, all right,
Wait, no, Tuesday night.
In the Shed with Ed.
Hey, Tuesday night hang.
AKA.
But I always see a flash in your pan. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say? Did
So, little Ed Marvin is from the great town of Delphus, Ohio. If you don't know where that's at, it's up in northwest Ohio.
And there's like windmills.
Yeah,
oh, the wind turbines, right?
the wind.
You mean Ed's North Ohio?
Northwest Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Or like Southern? Wow.
No,
No, it's,
at all.
it's west, northwest. Yeah. Right. Chad.
west of Tim.
What?
That's like the Ohio's
You're
Mississippi.
cutting out, Chad. You're cutting out. I'm only catching one or two words of yours.
Oh, you're crazy.
No,
You're
seriously.
All right.
See, even Ed
Well,
said dead air. See?
see, that wasn't me. That was you, Tim.
I was looking at the thing. It's still showing live, so it couldn't have been me, was it?
Hello, this is a test. Can you hear us?
Test. Keep talking. Let's see.
Jaron, Scott, I'll buy your gold for, but you got to be able to read it out. the how he did the decimal point. That's funny.
Hey, if that was like if I was measuring gold, the point would have been in there, guys. You know.
See, they said it was just dead air on you, Shad, not me. So it was you.
No, it wasn't. I don't believe you.
It happened a couple times.
Well, can I get back?
Yeah, go ahead, a.k.a. Go on.
All right. What type of prospecting does Ed Marvin do? Well, gold for the most part. Small scale, placer minor. So that's pretty cool. He belongs, okay, get ready for it, the OSPA, GPAA, Buckeye Chapter, LDMA. He's a past member of the Bedrock Prospectors in WPMA in Washington State.
Oh, pretty cool.
So
Man, who is this guy?
I don't know Ed. I mean, California,
He's a surfer.
Oregon. He's really been lit all over in his time, so he's got a lot of cool stories all over where he's prospected.
Mhm.
But found the site through Advanced Mining Equipment's website link page.
Oh,
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
I mean, that's pretty cool, though. I haven't seen where, like, one of the other, like, banner sites that you swap with, he specifically mentioned it. That's cool.
Yeah.
So he, in a sense, though, he says he referred himself. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. But what kind of key or equipment does he use? And I think, Ed, this is outdated for you. But he has Buckabilly, Keene River sluices, 2 homemade high bankers, an SGS-1 and SGS-2 dredges. Isn't that the
Isn't that
one hand dredges, the small one?
Yeah. But
I'm drawing a blank.
me too.
Gold snare.
Gold snares.
Gold snares. Yeah, there we go. We got it. But of course now he has all sorts of other stuff he's running.
Yeah.
So yeah, he needs to update that.
Update.
But here's what's cool, all right?
What's that?
So, you know, if you notice on the website, I mean, when you do your profile, you have the ability to actually add more stuff about you yourself. So Ed actually did it, and so this is pretty cool. It's a little about myself.
Oh, cool.
He's I am a transplant to the Midwest via Washington State, the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I have been prospecting and mining on a small scale for now over 25 years. I used to have 3 claims in Northwest Washington with 2 other partners. I claim Skagit Valley, Washington as home. I love prospecting and making new like-minded friends.
Wow.
That's cool. Yeah, I bet that's outdated.
Yeah.
Update your page, Ed Martin.
Update. Come on, Ed.
But I don't even know. I mean, let me check. How long do you think he's been a member of the site?
Oh gosh, at least 7 years.
think, if I'm not, I think maybe he was just a little before me. Maybe.
I'm thinking before you, Scott.
Yeah.
Like, when did you join, Scott?
Oh Lord.
You don't even know.
I couldn't tell you.
He's just talking now.
No, but I don't know, but I think I've heard him say your thing on his Ed in the shed or whatever.
Just
shed.
guess.
Yeah.
Just guess. What year?
07.
What's your guess, Tim? How well do you know your listener?
For who, Scott?
No, Ed. I don't care about Scott.
Oh, I said for Ed. Oh God, I'm gonna say at least 7 years, 8 years.
So 7 years and 8 years, huh?
Yeah, at least 7 or 8 years. Ed's been here.
Actually, you're right on the money. He joined back in February of 2011.
Oh, 11.
Look at that.
See? Now,
Swifty, you weren't even close.
That was before we even.
There was not even a website yet.
I know.
Hey, I was working on it in my head.
I didn't want to say nothing, but yeah, we weren't even around in 2007.
Shad and I first started dating then.
Oh, no, not in 2007, 2008.
Hey, I forgot. I just don't remember it. 2019.
We need to know, when did Scott join? Okay, Ed was here in 2008. I think Scott came around.
Swiftwater, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to say 13 for Scott.
13?
Yeah.
Let's see if you're on here.
I can't even remember.
See, actually, Tim, you were not right.
Okay, what was it?
He joined on March 25th, 2012.
Dang,
all right.
I was close. I mean, a year, that's not bad. That's pretty close. 2012. So, Scott, you've been here 7 years.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a piece.
See, Tim, are you able to see who was the very first member besides you?
I'm sure I probably could somehow. I don't know. I've never checked. But I'm going
And see if they're actually still ever come back to the site.
No, I think the longest member, active member, would be Ken Mountain Man.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. I'm almost 100% positive.
Awesome. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Ken's been here since almost the beginning.
Yeah, I remember he's been on there ever since I've been on there.
Ken and Cecil, but you don't see Cecil around much more. But
No.
you know, I mean,
Because they used to be on the chat room all the time.
Yeah. So it was Ken and Cecil it'd be the two longest members that are still active, I'd say. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, since the beginning. God, I have to look and see. But I
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, and while you're at it, can you tell everybody how to be a member? If you're listening out there on the other broadcasting channels.
If you're listening, you just go to www.goldprospectorspace.com and sign up. It's absolutely free to join. Come on in. Hang out with all the other members in the chat room. Talk about gold, talk about metal detecting, talk about anything you like. It's all there. Tons of pictures, thousands of videos. Hey, you name it, it's there. So come and check
Tons
us
and tons of information.
Dude, you know, speaking of information, you won't even let me get through talking about Ed on his birthday.
out. Well, Scott did
You
it,
know,
not me.
you keep cutting me off and going off subject.
I know. Go continue, Shad.
Man, how
Please.
dare you take that away from Ed?
I know,
God.
right?
Come on.
All right, but Ed Marvin, longtime member, very active, both on Gold Prospector Space, but also the community in general. Has his own YouTube channel that he runs with his partners, Tuesday Night Hangouts. You can check them over, flash on your pan. But awesome member, great guy, super great to hang out with, lots of awesome knowledge. We love you, Ed Marvin. Happy
love ya.
birthday.
Woohoo!
Happy birthday, Ed, bro. Very cool, Shad. And that was your birthdays, right? That's it.
That's it, yeah,
That's
finished.
it.
You can talk now.
Oh, gee, thanks.
It's actually you, Swifty. You take this conversation away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
Called banter.
But he banners right off the subject.
No, I did go off. I was like, why we were there. We can touch on this and right back.
Bah. Gotcha.
Bantering. You hear this guy.
Banter. It's banter. Banter. It's banter.
I think the only one I had to tell it wasn't Ed's birthday was Rich.
I knew it was Ed's birthday yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So I wished him
Yeah, I
happy
did
birthday
too.
yesterday and today. So I kind of knew, you know. But I'm glad you highlighted his page, Shad. You know, like you said, happy birthday to everybody, and big happy birthday to Ed as well. And I think we should just kick it on over to Kathleen with some dredging up the news.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
Okay, guys. I know it's been a while. Oh, geez. It's September 18th. Can you believe that?
Already.
It's almost September 19th.
Already.
Well, okay, so I've been kind of busy, and I apologize for missing the last couple shows, but, you know, work's been crazy and yada, yada, yada. But I wasn't able to get down to the news, but I do have some entertainment news, and, well, not mostly an entertainment update rather than news, and then got Shad's local events of interest tonight, and I have some fun facts. So,
cool.
Abbreviated version, but I'll start off with some entertainment commentary.
All right.
Bering Sea Gold. Did you know that it's now in its 8th season? That show's been around for
Is
8
it really?
years.
Yeah, when's the new episode on? Is it this Friday?
Last
It's
night?
coming up, yeah,
Wait.
on the Discovery Channel.
Wait, which one, Kathleen? I'm sorry. Did you say Bering Sea Gold?
Bering Sea Gold.
It premiered
This will
last night.
showcase their summer mining.
Yeah, premiered last night. I watched it.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, exciting things to come on that. I guess Ken Kerr, he's the guy with the 600-ton monster dredge called the Myrtle Irene.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
They're going to make him the newest competitor, of course, for the Pomerankies. and the Pomerankies have been, number one on all the other shows. This season, Vern Atkinson returns with something called a gold ship.
I've
seen it, but
yeah,
I don't get
he
it
plans
yet.
to navigate this on a section of the Yukon River.
Well, what do they call it again?
Gold ship.
A gold ship. It's a gold ship, Shad.
Gold ship.
On the gold ship. Holy fuck.
No one else thought that was funny.
You got problems.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, Vern Atkinson. Atkinson, sorry. Anyway, this gold ship, he plans to navigate it on the section of the Yukon River.
Uh-huh.
Another familiar face coming back is going to be Emily Rydell, of course, who I love.
Mm-hmm.
But not in that kind of way.
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
But anyway, she is coming back. She is considered the most successful female dredge owner in Nome.
Ain't she the
I thought she was the only one.
The only one, right?
We know of.
I know. I think there's been a couple others that have tried.
Yeah, but I think
really?
she's
Okay.
really actually turning a profit.
She did good last year. But
Well, she's a serious full-time, up there.
Yeah.
Not like some of these other
Right.
people.
And she's really awesome. We got to meet her in
Oh, yeah,
Dayton,
she's
and,
cool.
and I really like her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's cool. I like her too. But
She's just as crazy as I am, so
I think she did 400 ounces last year, so that's really good, right?
Or hundo.
Yeah. So she's
And
the
that's
most
a lot of work.
successful.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's not easy to do.
No,
No.
she's killing it. Yeah, she did really good.
All right, well, that's really all I had instead of my fun facts, so I'm going to turn this over to Shad.
Wait, Kathleen, before you turn over, Shad, you didn't get to watch it last night?
No, I don't have cable anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got mine on recording. I just watched, so don't you ruin something.
All right, so I'll tell you what happened.
So we have to stream it.
Yeah. So,
We just
yeah,
haven't
it's
had
going to be a
time.
battle between Pomeranke and that Ken guy, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like
All right.
they made a big bet, 100 ounces of gold, to
Dang.
who gets the most. So that's going to be a good little thing to see. And I mean,
they made a bet for sure, 100 ounces.
100 ounces, yeah, 100 ounces.
Now, who made the bet, Dad or son?
Son,
Oh, Lord.
Sean didn't make the bet. The guy Ken did, and Sean took it. He said,
Oh,
I'll take
Lord.
it. Yeah, so I don't know. And Sean's already digging, and Ken's not. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that makes a difference now, don't it?
Yeah, sure does.
Like Ken's
Wow.
boat is bigger, right?
Yeah, it's definitely bigger, but Sean extended the reach on his backhoe. Or
He didn't get his monster barge?
not yet. He's still working on it.
Yeah, I was going to say he hasn't got that fixed yet. I know he's got the extension on the backhoe because I've been
Yeah, he
following that kind
extended
of
that.
extensive stuff.
So
What
that's,
about that inland mining?
I
Are
don't
they-
think they do. I ain't heard no more about that.
Well, this is about Bering Sea gold, not Bering Sea inland mining.
But they did better on the
True.
inland mining that one year. Remember, they killed it.
Listen.
So. But yes, I don't know. But he's getting more reach with his dredge now, so he's getting into all new gold. So I don't know. It could be interesting to see who does better. That's for sure. Hmm.
Well, you know what they say, a new dog makes people fight harder, so.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. We shall see. Yeah. So.
I mean, if you think about it, Tim, how many people in the last
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
5 years have seen that show and went, I want to do that, and they went up there and lost their ass. I mean,
Wow.
straight
Oh,
out.
gosh.
I can
Probably
only imagine.
a lot of
Well, that's
Sure.
why the show puts on that responsible message.
Yeah.
You know?
Few people succeed.
Yeah. Many
And you
have
may
died.
And you
or
may
lost-
die.
or lost everything.
So they did their job to say, careful.
That's their
I mean,
little
no, I
disclaimer.
think it's funny because on YouTube, Facebook, other places, or not YouTube, eBay, You'll see a gold dredge for sale in Nome, Alaska all the time. Usually
Really?
around $40,000.
Really? Are you serious on eBay?
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere.
I'll be darned.
Is that the tugboat one?
Scott,
No,
don't get no
seriously,
ideas.
these are like their regular homemade dredges on pontoons.
Oh.
Things. That's $40,000 for an 8-inch dredge up there, like a DIY one.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Crazy. Scott, don't get no ideas. You're not going to be a gnome dredger.
I mean, it's only 35.
No. I don't know. I had no clue.
They got back in one season.
Yep, you can make it all up. Mm-hmm.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, Scott.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, man. Just do it.
All right, let's turn it over to Shad now for his local events of interest. Right, Kathleen?
Yep.
All right, take it away, Shad.
Thank you for tuning in for Shad's local events of interest. Starting this weekend, September 20th through the 22nd, the September 2019 Indiana Gold Prospector and OSPA outing. It'll be at the Norris Lease in good old Ohio. Yeah. And moving on, local events here out in California. September 21st through the 22nd. Hours are 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. at the Kennedy Mine in Jackson, California. The Kennedy Mine Paranormal presents Mining Through the Veil. You can discover, explore, and illuminate the stories of history and spirits of the Kennedy Mine. Enjoy the fun and to hear guest speakers, have a historic tour of the property, followed by a night of paranormal investigation.
Ooh.
The guest speaker and tour tickets are $45 if you want to do both, and the nighttime paranormal investigation, it'll be $85 a person.
Oh, if I lived out there, I totally would do
That
that.
would be
That'd be cool.
Well, heck yeah,
Hey,
it
it's
would be.
BY your OG.
Heck yeah.
Bring your own ghost.
Why not?
Exactly. I'd do it. All right. In Victor, Colorado, at the Victor Lowell Thomas Museum, Saturday, October 5th. Victor's historic strong mine and hard rock mining will be the center of attention. It's the Stories at the Strong, a day of tall tales in mining history. This will be held at the actual 1899 mine site. This is the 4th year of the event. The day will begin at 11 a.m. with the check-in at the gate. The day will feature a chance to see the surface plant and hoist house of the Strong Mine. The 2-mile-high mining company owner, Jim Watson, will provide a historical presentation. Now, if that doesn't excite you, during the storytelling, some of the mining district's well-seasoned miners and longtime residents will conjure up memories and weave tales about their experiences and the old days.
Ooh.
The Victor Elks will cook and sell hot dogs, burgers, and brats on the grill. The proceeds from the lunch go to the Elks Lodge.
Man,
The
that'd be
cost
cool.
of the event, which of course benefits the museum, is $10 per person, with children 5 and under free. So what? Okay, the way they wrote it, $10 per person with children under 5 free. If you don't have kids, is it more? Is that a discount
Do
for
you
a
need
kid
to
or
borrow
a
a
penalty?
kid that's under 5? So I
Didn't
get him
catch
for
that.
But the entrance fee includes all of the day's events and entry into the drawing. The Elks Lunch is an additional charge. Tickets can be reserved online at victormuseum.com or purchased at the museum or at the gate the day of the event by cash only.
Cool.
Legend has it, the mine's 1890s owner, Sam Strong, was killed in an argument in the Newport Saloon in Cripple Creek in 1901. He was shot due to an argument over gambling. As a result of the incident, the mayor at the time outlawed guns and gambling in Cripple Creek. So don't miss more tall tales, true history, and stories at the Strong on October 5th.
Nice.
That would be cool.
That sounds like an event. Yeah.
That sounded like a cool one.
Uh-huh.
It'd be neat just to like have your video sitting there and recording their stories.
Or no, the way I wrote it and you just read it.
Yeah.
Copied and pasted. You didn't
No,
write that.
I didn't.
No, you didn't write that.
No, actually I copy and paste some of it, but I do edit a lot of that stuff.
See?
I don't think you realize it.
She
though.
makes your
So all that
script.
bad punctuation and stuff I had to ad-lib, that was all your mistakes? Okay.
Well, you know what? You got to be smarter than a teleprompter.
Well, I was.
Very good, though. Good
All right. So now I'm going to go with the fun fact.
All righty.
This a little bit extended just because I didn't have any news tonight, but not too long. So anyway, I've done a story like this before about scams in the gold mining
Yeah, those are cool.
history and community.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, this was a recent article I came across. It was written by William Escarza, and it's in the Arizona Daily Star. It was published, I think, last week. But anyway, he goes on to talk about some of the mining scams in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So, some historians believe that before all these mega mines that we have today, that more money was lost due to mining scams back then. So, examples included, saying, "Oh, look at all this gold I got," right? Incorrect assays, falsified past and future production records, and also involving, of course, that old-fashioned salting.
Right.
Arizona has been subject to a lot of these schemes, and he went on to write about some of them. So I'm going to share some of those with you tonight.
Cool.
The first one is the Great Diamond Hoax of 1872.
Mm-hmm.
This involved two con men. Their names were Philip Arnold and John Flack. They discovered a cache of quartz crystals and garnets. And of course, the quartz crystals, they resemble diamonds.
Right.
And this was found near Fort Defiance. Well, while the cache was declared worthless by assayers in San Francisco, these men were determined to just keep on proceeding with this con job. So this involved convincing Harry Janin. He was a mining expert in the area. William Ralston, he was affiliated with the Bank of California, so they got them to invest in their findings. Then they acquired an assortment of industrial quality gemstones with their money, and they ended up salting the mine site. A geologist named Clarence King, he was suspected of scam. Upon visiting the site, he noted that the unnatural positioning of the diamonds, and that one diamond actually had a jeweler's facet polished on it. So, yeah, I mean.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's how that scam was discovered, and a lot of people, high-profile investors, lost their money on that scam. Kind of funny. That was in 1872.
Well thought out.
Yes. They got a lot of players. Very intricate. So another scam, this guy, his name is James Douglas. And he is renowned for the development of the Copper Queen mine at Bisbee. He was also a victim of salting. Douglas and an associate named Benjamin Williams, they surveyed and purchased a copper property for Phelps Dodge on the Gila River. Or Gila River. Is it the Gila River or Gila River? I don't know. Gila?
Gila?
The Gila?
I guess.
No, it's Gila. It's Gila.
Okay, Gila. I was right. So anyway, they purchased the copper property for this Phelps Dodge on the Gila River, and they purchased it from a copper freighter named Tweed. That was his name. Anyway, he enriched the mineral samples in powdered macalite. Is it macalite? Malachite.
I'll go for it.
Oh.
Is it malachite?
Oh,
Malachite.
Maybe malachite.
There you go.
Man, look at you, Swifty.
Swifty's
You
on
got smart all
Well,
of a sudden.
he is from Arizona there.
It's like
so.
2 things in a row. He's smart now.
I know. He's on the ball.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was powdered malachite. And what he did was mask the worthless ore to make it appear that it would be profitable. Now, I am not familiar with what malachite is. So I'm kind of confused as to how that would make ore look profitable.
Well, no. Worthless whore.
Well, yes. Do you know, Swifty?
Scott?
What's that?
Malachite.
What about malachite?
Use that to make ore look, profitable. What does it look like? What does it do?
Malachite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just shiny.
It's shiny.
It's shiny.
I mean, it looks like.
Good answer.
Okay.
I mean, what I think malachite is I don't know. It's just.
It's a green copper carbonate hydroxide mineral with the chemical composition of Cu2CO3.
Okay, we don't even know that.
Well, that explains
I mean,
it all right there. Thank you.
Man, I'm thinking of something different, but I'm not for sure.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense because
if it was in a smashed ore product, I could see it actually making it look more because it looks like, if it's copperish looking and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, that makes sense because this is about a copper mine, so I guess that would.
So if it looked greenish, it would
make it look patina.
Yeah, if they seen anything green back then, they loved it.
Still do.
So anyway, that was that scam. A similar yet larger scale of salting occurred north of Phoenix in the early 1960s. This involved more than 20,000 acres of public land under the BLM. The land could be acquired through proof of valuable mineral deposits and could be purchased for $2.50 per acre. Desert Gold Mining Company and its affiliates, they sought to acquire the land for future residential and commercial development. Mm-hmm. And the digging and processing equipment was salted at nighttime with gold dust resembling the type found in placer deposits. So the plot was uncovered, and the participants were indicted for selling, for the alleged gold. Scam. That was in the 1960s.
Oh, that was in the 60s?
Yeah. Oh, it gets on, and there's another kind of recent one in 1979, where Shad wasn't born yet.
You're old.
Shut up.
Hey, I just looked up that malachite. Now I know why I was thinking of something totally different. That is actually a stone that you can buy around here a lot because they always polish it. But yeah, you're right. It is like a green. If it's in the raw form, like you're coming out of the rock, it's a green copperish hue to it. So it would fool a lot of people.
Huh.
Well, thank you, Scott.
That is just what I suspect.
Just what Chad said it was.
Yeah, but believe it or not, they actually polish it up for a gemstone now.
That'd be pretty, though.
Oh, it's a nice looking rock. I mean, people wire wrap it and everything. It's pretty
in other
cool.
words, get your malachite instead of that worthless ore.
Yeah.
Well, I always look at this. If you can't find one, try to find something else.
There you go.
Not like
It is a cool rock.
What's that? It's a cool
I might have to look up that mineral.
I got it up right now.
I know. Maybe I'll do a fun fact on it some night.
It is cool.
Sounds like went from Children of the Corn. Malachite. Oh, wait, that was Malachite.
All right. Last story, last scam. This one happened in 1979. This was in Phoenix.
This is recent.
White-collar swindlers, they were based in Arizona. They ended up bilking people of at least $100 million a year.
Wow.
This was a very, very broad-based investigation. And I guess it was prompted by a 1976 murder of Don Bowles, which I don't really understand who he is, but I didn't really go into depth with it on tonight's Fun Fact, but maybe some other time I'll do a closer look. But anyway, back then, investigators uncovered a really, really sophisticated fraud scheme. And, of course, it was tied to organized crime.
Oh, okay.
Hundreds of people invested about $50,000 or more, and what they were invested in what was known as worthless gold mines. I mean, what was discovered as worthless gold mines. What happened is these investors would be brought out to the rural parts of Arizona, and they were shown rich veins of gold, and only because flecks of gold were sprayed into the walls.
Right.
Some of them were put there by a shotgun.
Wow.
Like they shot it in a shotgun.
Yeah, that way again.
Who let the dogs out? Ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We'll come back to Kathleen and she can finish in 1 second.
We have 5 German Shepherds, and even though they know who we are, sometimes when we walk, everybody who walks through the door gets a greeting. And it's like sometimes when we come home from work, they're yelling at us. Like they're like, "Where have you been all day?"
Yeah. Where you been? Dang it.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
My gosh, sorry.
It's okay.
This is like our household. It's crazy.
It happens. It happens.
So anyway, where was I? Anyway, these people were brought out to the rural parts of Arizona, and they were shown bogus deposits that were put there with shotguns and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, they estimate that these Americans were swindled out of at least $500 million by these phony land sales.
Dang.
And what it ended up being that they were just they were mines, but they were completely exhausted.
Right.
Some of them actually never had gold in them, but what they were saying was the swindlers, they were so elaborate, they would set up labs when these investors were coming out to look at things, and they would hire fake employees.
Oh, geez.
To make it look like the mine was a working mine.
It was in full operation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember, folks, when a guy sells you a claim and he says, dig here, maybe there should be a question mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or buy now, see you later.
Yeah.
eBay.
Or, do your own testing.
I like that. Buy now, see you later.
Like Shad said, eBay. All those good
so I guess that was a big thing in 1979, and it ended up being, most of these people were company executives. The investors were small sized businesses.
Right.
They were physicians, very professional people who didn't probably know any better.
Wow.
They were going to make their millions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
Yep. So that was my fun facts. Another edition of what gold fever does to people.
I'm just glad those types of scams and schemers don't happen anymore.
I know, right? Those days are long gone. The heck? Didn't you say they sell them things on eBay too, Shad?
Oh, yeah, you can always get your claims on eBay.
Oh,
buy now.
Buy now.
Do they got the bid price or buy it now price?
Sometimes I've seen them with actual bidding.
Really?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do something real fun.
Take a gander. Let's just see why we're on the air. Let's see. We're looking.
I
for
do all my
claim.
sales one day only.
You sell gold claims on eBay, Scott?
One day only.
Do you?
Yep.
Wow. Did you sell?
Well, here's one that's bidding. This one's in Colorado.
Okay.
It's Gold Quarry, a 20-acre lode claim Guess what? It's brand new, not even used.
Oh, wow. What's the bid on that, man?
Wow.
The primary minerals are gold and silver, with the secondary minerals of smoky quartz. It's in Larimer County, Colorado. Guess what? Surface tests from the 1980s have shown over 1 opt of gold and 2.5 opt of silver in the mineralized quartz vein.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what that means.
I don't either, but it sounds awesome.
It sounds cool, yeah, right. Sounds very interesting.
Purchase is conveyed by land contract and quit claim deed.
Okay.
Quit claim.
Huh.
I don't understand that either, but
Mining.
but
they got 3 bids. Biddings at $500. You got 13 hours and 51 minutes to go.
it's brand new.
Yeah, but he said veins, so that means hard rock, and that means big company.
But it's,
Don't worry if that disappoints you. They had the same seller has another gold claim in Colorado. It's called the Bonanza Gold Lode Claim. And in case you're confused, that's AUAG.
oh, got it. Is it brand new too?
Yeah, it is brand new.
Never used.
Never used.
Numerous Bonanza-type quartz veins are present in surface and subsurface outcroppings.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, so
That one you can bid. Bidding starts at $500 or buy it now at $1,500 and add to your cart today. But here's what's funny. You have a shipping fee of $8.20.
shipping.
Man, I'll tell you, I'm like an owl on a tree limb. I'm on it.
are you on it, Scott? You gonna bid on it?
Hey, why not? Throw it up 1 cent, see if I win.
Do it. Buy you a claim, and where is it at?
Say
Chad?
$8.
Yeah, what about the shipping?
Yeah, what about
What
the
are you
$8
getting
shipping?
shipped? Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that because I got, what's so funny? Since he just said that, it's hilarious because it's the shipping. I got a claim right now. It's on Craigslist because it's the one out here that I own in Apache Junction. And I just never get out there to it anymore. But I got these guys, as soon as you put it up there, they're like, send me something like, what is it? Send me a Google password so I know you're not a scammer, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, you got to call, and that's the only way I do it. If you call me, then I can tell you where it's at. And it's just easier than doing a whole lot of Texas. And then it says, okay, give me the address so my guy can come by and pick it up by 5. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, because these guys, they scam people on Craigslist all the time.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, yeah, I'll tell, send me your address and your information and your phone number, so I can be there by 5 to pick it up. I'm like, it's a gold claim. You're not picking this up. And right then I'm like, this is one of those jacklegs that just automatically send that stuff out to you when they find out you're trying to sell something. So
Right.
buyer beware on Craigslist.
So why don't you put yours on eBay, Scott?
My what?
Your claim.
God, the one I got now that's out here in Apache Junction, I'd rather have a local person get it.
Oh.
Rather than just somebody that just wants to come out here and dig gold from out of state and this and that. And the reason why is because there's gold on it, but there's also like a lot of rocks and a lot of gems that these guys in Apache Junction like a lot. There's rock and gems clubs and stuff like that. And this is one of the spots out. I've got 2 of the claims out of 4 that's only allowed out in this particular area.
Cool.
Because of another gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's a lot of people that like the rocks and stuff that off of it. But I got it for speculatory stuff. But we've took some quartz rocks and stuff off of it. There's a lot of stuff there.
Cool. Pretty cool. Well,
the big one to buy though on eBay, I've seen it for a while. The buy it now price is $400,000.
Oh my!
It's 800.
It's patented.
Acres of unmined gold claims on state of Alaska land.
wow.
Is
There's
it patented?
good placer gold values as well as, hang on, I got to expand it, a high potential for a gold porphyry deposit.
Man, dang. 800 acres?
Yeah, 880 acres.
Did they say it was patented or no?
It doesn't say that.
Man.
Here, let me write a check.
But if
Yeah.
you want to know, this is near Valdez, Alaska, where all that oil is.
Right. Man.
Right? Yeah. That is actually,
But
It's kind of interesting. It's east of Anchorage, right, and Valdez is right on basically the coast,
right.
but inland a little bit. Well, not really, like the bay. But I'm sure the whole area around it is somewhere.
Right.
I didn't know there was a lot of gold there.
There's gold everywhere.
Well, yeah, but in that spot of Alaska,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting.
800 acres. Wow. That's a
Yeah.
lot. On state land.
Get your pocketbook out.
I'm telling you. Write a check.
Here, access at present is by helicopter or possibly fixed-wing aircraft with minor improvements. Additionally, the glacier has receded about 3,000 feet since 1950.
Wow. So
Heli.
the only way to get
Helicopter.
in there right now is with the helicopter.
There is a lot of gold there.
There might
Yeah,
be.
indications are the receding glacier has created a placer deposit by grinding the small veins containing gold in the area.
And that's the way it happened.
It's explored and unmined to this date because of its difficult access.
Sure.
It's never been mined or drilled. So, okay,
That's a
how
lot
do
of
they
money.
really know there's gold?
Right.
Yeah. If it's never been mined or drilled.
They're selling. Here's the reason.
Okay.
Age and illness of the partners have forced the sale of, or possibly a lease of these valuable claims.
Man.
So the natural formation of a large braided deposit narrowing to a bedrock channel about 2,000 feet in length creates a natural pinch sluice that has been in place for millions of years, they said.
Man, that one sounds cool.
Billions of
It
cracks.
sounds like
in
a
a natural
utopia.
It
in
does.
a natural 90 cleavage that creates natural riffles.
Cleavage.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It
Cleveland.
also appears there's at least one fault crossing the channel.
Okay, all of this.
So
is
now
just
there's
too
a
good to be
channel.
true.
It's just too good to be true, right?
Oh
Yeah.
God! Quick! Oh wait! Guess what you can do? You can make an offer.
Really?
Yep. Hang on. Shad's gonna make an offer.
Are you?
$1.
No way.
It's so hard to get there. I mean, you know.
I submitted it.
Nobody bid?
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't accepted. I still have time to make another another offer.
Ah, dang.
You can also buy it now.
No.
How much-
Buy it now.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like utopia. It's like,
Yeah, I
I
know.
tried.
All of the perfect conditions.
it's it. I mean, just sell everything.
Hey, it's free local pickup only, so you have to go there to get this.
Right. And go
They don't
there.
ship it to you for free.
No, and they ain't shipping it. So you got to go there.
They can by bucket by bucket.
Man, that would be cool. Just sell everything and go down there for 3 months out of the year and have a helicopter drop you in and pick you up, I guess, right?
That's
Just so you
10,000 a pop.
The buyer protection guarantee is not in effect for this auction, so there you go.
Buy at your own risk, I guess, right? Mercy. Man.
Nobody's bid. Gee.
Hey, I gave an offer.
You made him an offer.
$1.
That's an offer. I mean, heck, it's hard to get into. It's not worth more than that. Right? Gotta
No, but there are several mining claims for sale right now on eBay. I think that's really funny.
It's strange. I'd be
I
afraid.
mean, don't get me wrong, some of them, but isn't there, Kathleen, you had some stories in the past about people buying gold claims and showing up only to find out it was people's private land and they didn't
Yeah.
have rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper miners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it worries you.
Hey, there's a mine for $75,000 out there, Swifty. This one's in Canada.
Oh, there you
It was
go.
an actual producing mine.
Oh, Canada.
There you go. That's what Scott needs.
Fun.
Scott needs a mine in Canada.
I'll be in Canada next year.
We know. That's why I said you need a mine in Canada.
Well, I don't know about a mine.
You could be a miner.
Yeah, I'll take a placer mine, but I don't let that hard rack stuff I'm not into. But
You could be a mine owner. How do you think of that?
yeah, it takes a lot of money for that, guys.
I know, but hey, you're Scott Swift Tony. You can do it.
Well, I used to tell myself that, and anymore I'm kind of thinking about it.
Gotcha. Interesting, though. Interesting stuff you can find on that eBay.
Yeah, you sure can.
I'm telling you.
I like to go to different places and look on Craigslist for crazy stuff.
I do not even look for nothing on Craigslist.
Oh, I mean, dude, there's claims on there.
I just don't
Gold digging equipment. Yeah, I check. I always look like Nevada, anywhere from like San Diego up to where like Shanappo is, Coulterville. You can find all kinds of different stuff on there, and sometimes you can find some pretty sweet deals. Like somebody just got too old, and they're dumping just like a lot of stuff for like $800.
Wow.
So I mean, you could always. I mean, of course, I live out here, so you could, 5 hours, 10 hours drive.
Yeah.
To get, but if the money's worth it,
Well, if it's...
Dude, I will say this: there's quite a few of these that have bids on them.
Really?
Anywhere from $600 up to $4,000.
Oh, I guess if it's legit, it's worth it, right?
I would
Some
hope so. I
cases.
hope you want it.
yeah, I'd want a phone number right out of the bat.
I'd want something, I don't know. That's crazy. I just couldn't do it.
If you emailed them and said, "Hey, I want to talk to you. I need a phone number." I'm serious. If somebody didn't call me back, then I would just drop it.
Right. I don't know. I just don't think I could do it. Sight unseen, untested. No. Couldn't do it.
Well, you got to remember, every now and then you could come across something that was gave to them by their grandpa that passed away.
Oh, sure.
They have no freaking idea what it is, but they know they got a gold claim on it, and they don't want it.
I agree, but
then there's always the backwards part.
Yeah, right. Right, exactly. So it's like, is it worth the chance? Especially if you're paying $4,000 or $5,000. It's like, ooh, I don't know. Buyer beware. That's all I got to say. Buyer beware. Right?
I'm paying $5,000 for a claim. Somebody's walking the claim with me and tell me what's been dug there, what's not been dug there, everything.
Or test it.
Yeah, I'd want to test it myself. Right?
Oh, yeah, I always do that.
I mean, definitely. Like you said, and don't dig where they tell you to dig. Just go and do your own thing. Do your testing. Why not? That's
true.
Do it. All right. Crazy. So what else we got tonight? Anything else going on tonight, guys?
Oh.
What's that, Rich?
What's that?
I said, what's that? Did you say?
I said nothing that I can think of.
Nothing you could think of. Oh, don't forget about the water table raffle going on GPS. Now, our good friend Dwight sent us some really cool silver and a bag of dirt to go with it. So you need to check that out. So you got the table, you got a bag of pay dirt, and then you got another bag of dirt and some awesome silver from Dwight. So check that out. Just keeps getting sweeter. So check it out. We got the tab up there. It says GPS raffle. Just click on it, and you'll find out all about it. Easy peasy.
That's on the GPS page, right?
Correctamundo. Sure.
Don't forget about Ed and Jesse's show, Flash in Your Pan, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time. And then again, happy birthday, Ed Earl. And until Sunday, when we'll be back at...
Good night, Gold Diggers.
No, that was
a golden night, friend.
What in the world is going on?
That was preempted.
Good night.
That was a preempted good night, Gold Diggers. We're out of here. Good night, everybody. See
Good
you
night.
Sunday.
Until
Bye,
next
y'all.
Wednesday.
Shut up,
Bye-bye.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.